Do you want bad news? Because I got tons of it. Literally. What's going on, Giants fans? It's Bobby Skinner giving you an update. An update that I'm just so sick and tired of giving you these updates. And Andrew Thomas, New York Giants left tackle, 2020 first round pick, headed to the IR, which means he has to miss a minimum of 3 games. Because now he has 2 injuries. Suffered a foot injury versus Saints, finished the game, played really well. Couldn't go versus Dallas. It was a game time decision. Couldn't go versus Dallas. Plays versus the Rams. Hurts his other foot, a separate injury with it has an ankle injury. So now he has 2 injuries and he's going to the IR. And here's the only good news sprinkled in this: that after these 3 games, the Giants have their bye week plus Monday Night Football. So he has 5 weeks plus 1 day to get healthy. Where if this was a couple weeks ago, it'd be just, hey, 3 weeks and then you're off IR or you have to stay on IR. So that is the one silver lining you could find in this. But other than that, you can't find many because Andrew Thomas was the MVP of this offense so far this season, I believe. Like his and Daniel Jones' success are so tied together. I really believe, I've been saying it all year, that Daniel Jones' success is most correlated to Andrew Thomas more than any player, more than any coach. Obviously, his own self, he's responsible for his own success. But the biggest person outside of him was Andrew Thomas because he has shut down pass rushers every single week. He was locked down, hadn't given up a sack, had only given up a few hits in the entire season. I think 3 QB hits on the entire season, and one of those was in the Rams game, being banged up. And it had changed the way Daniel Jones was playing because he was like trusting his blind side. One of my biggest critiques of Daniel Jones has always been his pocket manipulation. You saw that get a ton better with Andrew Thomas at left tackle. When all the chaos was happening in front of Daniel Jones, he was manipulating the pocket so much better and just looked like a different quarterback. So, and we saw how it looked with Matt Parrott and Nate Solder at left tackle these past 2 weeks. So, Giants are in a bad situation. I don't know if it can be fixed this year, or while Andrew Thomas is out. Putting Matt Parrott or Nate Solder there is both of those aren't good options. I would guess you put Matt Parrott at left tackle because he's at least more athletic and has a higher ceiling than what Nate Solder has. But at the same time, it's Nate Solder's got the more experience, but he's bad. They're 2 players who aren't good. They're better suited at playing a right tackle because of what all the reasons I mentioned before about pocket manipulation. And the Giants are really going to have to start helping out these tackles way more than they are, and they're already using Kyle Rudolph to block a ton. But you really are going to have to protect these guys. Protect Daniel Jones and protect these guys because you can't trust either one of them on an island, and they will, games will be ruined because of that. And I know the Giants' season is over, but you know what? We're trying to evaluate Daniel Jones, and that was the one guy that you couldn't afford to lose was Andrew Thomas. Obviously Kenny Galladay's out. Darius Slayton might be back, but Kadarius Toney might miss some time. You can deal with not having the best wide receivers. I don't know if you can deal with not having your left tackle, your franchise left tackle, and that's already without having other offensive linemen injured and Nick Gates and Shane Lemieux and even Bredesen, even though I think Skura has played better than Bredesen. So I would say you give Matt Parrott the shot, but I'm not gonna be strong about that. Neither one of those guys have given you any confidence to say that they can play left tackle because both times when both of those guys have played it, they've both been bad. And Matt Parrott can look good at times, but it's he's going to open up the corner. He's going to open up the corner, and that's going to lead to strip sacks. And then Nate Solder, he gets jacked, bull rush, and beat inside, and that it is a mess right now with what the Giants are going to do. And and when that happens, Jason Garrett goes back into his quick concept curls and stuff, and that's when this offense was ranked 31st last year, and that was with Andrew Thomas getting better as the season went along. So, listen, I think everyone had given up hope on this season so far, but what I hadn't given up hope was Daniel Jones, being good and winning some games and making the next GM's decision easy on what to do at quarterback. But right now, this is a bad situation for the Giants. I guess maybe you go out and look at some, like a DJ Fluker or somebody, but Corey Cunningham, who right now would be your swing tackle, that can't be what you have right now. That can't be what you have right now. So the Giants have to go out and add something in free agency. Obviously not some big money deal, but there's got to be something out there. Don't call him Mitchell Schwartz. Mitchell Schwartz isn't coming. He doesn't want to play for a team that's not a contender, or for the minimum. And the Giants don't have any cap space, so they're in a bad situation, man. I mean, they were already in a bad situation that got really worse. And I'm usually, trying to put a positive spin on some things sometimes, but this is brutal, man. I feel bad for Daniel Jones. Yeah, this is going to be a rough stretch. So Andrew Thomas, I hope you. I really do hope this is just like, hey, he's out for 3 weeks. We're taking care of our guy. Because we need, like, he needs to, we want him to grow and get better too and build on this year's success. Because he's looking like a franchise left tackle. So Andrew Thomas, get healthy. I'm so tired of telling players to get healthy and wishing them the best, but at least he's not out for the season. And he'll get 5 weeks of rest while only missing 3 games at minimum. So appreciate you guys. Yeah, let's go Big Blue, I guess. Let's go. Don't die, Daniel Jones. Don't protect yourself.